Hey, bussers. I did not like that. Um, hey, people who coming to listen to this episode of the podcast. Um, just a little disclaimer. The AV for this video is, as the kids say, I actually don't know if the kids still say this. I don't actually even know what it means either. I just know the context in which I've heard it. The AV for this video is, as the kids say, a little borked. Kind of borked. Borked. Did I use that right? Let me know. Should I not have said that? Does it mean something bad? Let me know. Yeah, for this episode, but it's still plenty watchable, plenty listenable too. There just had to be some sacrifices with volume and a few other things, but you might not even notice. So just be aware, like, if you're wondering, why is Nathaniel kind of quiet for once? Unless, well, except when I laugh, just super duper loud. Uh, it's because, the mixing had to be a little strange. So, hope you enjoy. It's still a good episode. Yeah.
Wow, I just had a Shiba Inu pass by my window. That's cool. I haven't seen one in real life.
I'm so glad I had stuff started by the time you said that. Oh, dude. That's the start of the episode.
Oh, there it goes again.
What is this? What is happening?
It's a Shiba Inu outside his window.
I don't know what the heck that is. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's a dog.
Oh.
It's a Japanese dog.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
one of two
I think it's
things.
Japanese.
This was some Alaska name for some weird animal, or you guys were
Oh,
like
no.
pulling my leg of some kind of fantasy creature. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That
he's
makes a
serious.
lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
what
that
is
looks just like
happening?
the dog that just passed by the window.
They all look the same. I've never. They all
do.
look the same. Yeah.
They're all like cloned in a government facility.
Hey, well, you can do that now.
You've been able to clone
Yeah.
dogs for a long
Yeah.
time.
And
It's a South Korean company that's really good at it.
it's so interesting.
They make Shiba
Like-
Inus.
The idea of this dog was really good with, like, fire rescue.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna clone this dog, right? They've done that with
Huh.
this one. I think his name's like Tracker or something.
My cousin had a Shih Tzu that die and then just cloned it. So I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
She missed it, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, but it's not the same dog. Like
No.
it is, but it isn't. It doesn't have the memories.
It's like
right?
the dire wolves. Like, they brought them
Yeah.
back to life, but they just took the genes and genetically modified a gray wolf, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be
Yeah.
like that kind of thing,
Well,
similar.
Yeah. Well, and it's like what they've done with what they're trying to do with mammoths right now
Yeah.
is put
That's crazy.
a mammoth
In an elephant.
embryo in an elephant.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine if they successfully do that and then all of a sudden there's a woolly mammoth? Like, we're living in 3 different types of movies right now. We've got iRobot
Yeah.
and Jurassic Park, and we just got out of V for Vendetta, and we got straight into these ones now, and it's crazy. I wonder, even with, like, thinking about, like, the dire wolves and stuff, will they just have the temperament of, like, a gray wolf, and they just look more like a dire wolf? Like, that's all it can be, right?
I guess we'll know in 3
Well,
years or so.
The
Yeah.
idea is get the closest thing to the original.
Yeah.
That's why they would do the woolly mammoth and an elephant thing.
Yeah.
And I think they do a little bit of which they might have tried to do a few times already. I don't know, or they might have. I don't remember. But they're certainly trying.
On the woolly mammoth?
Yeah, they're
Well,
certainly trying.
they put DNA in some mice. And we got
Oh.
woolly mice. There's pictures of them, yeah.
We created
Wow.
a new thing.
Well, they
Does it
put
look like a mouse with dreadlocks?
From what I understand,
It's just like a Star Trek tribble. It just moves around just this like
Dude.
I
hunk
mean,
of fur.
basically it's pretty much
Whoa, dude!
it kind of looks like a
Oh
tribble,
my gosh.
honestly.
Dude, what
Looks
is
like
that?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
It looks like a. Oh man,
Pikachu.
Scott's gonna love this. This is exactly who this looks like. Here, can you pull that back up?
Yeah.
I gotta do this for the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's Raticate.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Oh man. I learned recently, I guess, in the VR world, that VR tech is being produced and is progressing so rapidly that all the stuff that we get released, like the latest Meta Quest or whatever, is already outdated by the time it comes out.
Wow.
Or by the time it's announced, because they're just producing it so rapidly, and our rate of progression is moving so fast that there's no point putting out a product because they keep going to the next best thing.
Dang.
So if that's kind of how VR is going, how is the
Well, you got to remember.
how is the rest of science going?
Yeah.
The way technology has always worked. And I like this might not apply too much to technology in terms of like the wheel or the dowel, but possibly still even there. But certainly with what we think of tech, as in like it glows when I press it, it's never about what is possible. It's always about what is practical. So,
Right.
for example, back when they were making Toy Story, how long do you think Pixar would spend on one frame of animation? I don't necessarily know how fast they can get stuff done, but I know they have a standard of quality, and I know what their cap is. So back in Toy Story days, they would put their cap at 24 hours, and I don't know if that was rendering time. Like if it takes more than 24 hours to render, that might be it, or if you work on it for more than 24 hours, it's one of those two things. Either if it takes more than 24 hours to render, like that's too much. We're not using that. Or if it takes more than 24 hours to work on, like that's when you stop. But nowadays, for both of those things, because it actually might be both those things, it's 24 hours.
Really?
Oh.
And it looks so much better.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding. They were able to do what they do now back then.
Huh.
But to render that, it would take like I don't know, like a month to render one frame.
Wow.
So it's always for them been about what's practical, not what's possible. That's how technology works.
Sure.
We get this stuff given to us, these computers, these consoles, these phones. Like this is not the best camera out there.
Right.
But it's not practical right now in terms of trying to fit stuff within this size.
Yeah.
To have a camera any better than this. So with the Nintendo Switch, they just released the Switch 2, basically exactly the same size as this, a little bigger, but my point still stands, and it is like twice as powerful. But it's basically the same size because tech has improved, and we've been able to make the bigger stuff smaller. So in the terms, well, the better stuff smaller than it was before. So in terms of technology advancing, where are we at now? We're able to do so much more than, like, so much more in theory than we can do practically.
Interesting. That makes sense.
Because time is a resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's size and all that kind of stuff. All right. I think that's enough preamble.
Hi guys, welcome to Conversations on a Broken Couch, where we talk about science that we totally understand. That's really cool.
I've seen Back to the
I actually
Future.
really enjoyed that conversation. I saw Back to the Future 2 before I saw the first one. And it was because it was the day that they go to the future. And so my history teacher, who was really just a football coach and was trying to find every reason not to teach us, had us watch Back to the Future 2 for 2 or 3 classes.
Nice.
and then have us write on like a little page, what did they get right and what did they get wrong or something.
Well, my shoes don't auto shape to my feet.
There's no hoverboards. There's
no hoverboards. Well,
they're
there
made
are,
never.
but not
But
in that compact. Not practically.
not practically. And I don't know that I
Yeah.
ever will. I've watched that Hacksmith video about him trying to make those.
I watched
Anyway,
one.
we're getting all on the tangent again.
I did a project on one in school
On a hoverboard.
about one. Yeah, that this one company. I think the name was Arca made. It went like 2 miles an hour. It was so slow, and it was huge. It was huge. It was
Oh.
like we're talking about 3/4 the size of like a twin bed,
Good grief.
just like mattress size.
Yeah.
like 3/4 the size
it
of
was
that. So it
really
was
big.
huge, and it went really slow, but it was real. It did do the
It's
thing.
possible.
It's possible.
It's possible, but it's been like 6-7 years since then.
Time
I
is a
hope that they have
resource.
The tiny one now, but I guess not. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Scott?
Let's do it.
No.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Conversations on a Broken Couch. My name is Nathaniel Welch, and I'm joined, as always, by Scott. Brandon's not here this week. He is under the weather, so all our thoughts and prayers out to Brandon, right? Brandon, if you are watching this, you're the coolest, okay? But we're joined by Wes,
Hello.
returning guest. Not only was he the first ever guest on Conversations on a Broken Couch, but he's our first ever returning guest.
Returning.
And the second ever guest on H7 Bus. So
Yeah.
you have all these accolades.
I what can I say?
Yeah.
I'm flattered.
Yeah. How are you guys doing?
I'm living.
Good. Yeah.
LIVIN.
I was telling the guy before we started, but on my way home I passed a Wendy's sign, and it said "Misfortune awaits. Lucky you." And I was very confused why that was on a Wendy's sign.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been a pretty chill week.
Misfortune
Good
awaits for
weekend.
Wendy's is probably what happens in the bathroom after you eat Wendy's.
Misfortune. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to see it when you're going there. It's when you're driving away
Yeah,
that you're supposed to
that's-
read it. Misfortune.
Somebody got it wrong.
Killer burger deal, man.
Okay.
The new
Wow.
Baconators.
That's
Misfortune
exciting.
awaits.
Golly.
Well, we have got a themed episode this week. We're going to talk about DC and Superman and the future of the DCU and our thoughts on it. But first, I've just, as we go through our topics, I've got some questions to kind of lay the groundwork for people to understand our opinion on superheroes and DC in general. But first, because we're talking about Superman, we've all seen it.
Yep.
I've seen it once. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Twice.
And Scott's seen it twice.
Yep.
And in one sentence, or as few words as possible, what'd you think?
Amazing.
Hopeful.
Really good. Okay, so we'll dive more into that in a bit. But to start off, my first question for us has nothing to do with DC.
Okay.
Who is your favorite Marvel superhero?
My favorite is Cyclops.
Oh,
It's always been Cyclops ever since I was a wee boy.
Oh, that's true.
what's the reason for that? Just cause? Just like
His name is Scott.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's funny.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
That's literally it.
It makes sense. No, it does make
That's
sense.
the only reason. And ever since then, okay, so he's a leader. I really like characters that are leaders, like Leonardo. Ninja Turtle. He's my favorite Ninja Turtle because he's the leader.
But he's also the older brother.
And Cyclops. Yeah,
And
Cyclops is kind of the
fits that role,
same.
too. Yeah.
Also, he shoots lasers out of his eyes.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
I'm like,
cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Wears glasses.
Yeah. But they're like red glasses, and he gets to wear them inside. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is, it is one thing. I think
Could
in
always wear
canon, his
sunglasses.
eyes were actually disintegrated because of when his mutant powers popped up. So he sees psychically to some extent, kind of like I don't know if it's like a Daredevil situation, but anyway, I like Cyclops. Cyclops is cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a tough question. Like I've thought about. I don't know. I would have said Captain America, I don't do comic books really. Most of my comes from pretty much every other form of media other than that. So I basically have to base it off of the MCU
Which is
because
fine.
that's all that I really Marvel has right now.
That's true.
I've really been into Spider-Man lately though. I mean, it's just the Spider-Man character. He's just, I don't know. And maybe that's just
Did you
recency bias, bias, because I've been replaying Spider-Man for the PS4.
Great game.
cool?
Great game.
Yeah.
So I think for right now, I'm gonna go Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
love Spider-Man.
did you guys see the new trailer? The little
Yeah,
like
I did.
9
Did you
second.
see his actual
Oh,
suit?
Oh,
I did.
It looks
the
really
little
good.
Very cool.
Tom Holland teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
it's
His
fun.
suit looks really
I like
good.
it.
I think it
Does.
looks
I
to
like
me
the
like
raid
I think it's the
setting.
same as the one from the end of
It's a
No
different
Way
one.
Home.
It's a different one. The one from No
It,
Way Home was a lot brighter in color, I think.
I think it was all that one
yeah,
was
they
CGI
made the blue
as
darker
well, but so but it is different.
I
a
think
little
so.
bit.
I liked the
A little bit.
brighter look,
I did too.
but I'm sure it'll be fine on screen.
Yeah.
We have no idea even what they're gonna do visually.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw a blue color filter over it, or
They
do what
could.
they did with Amazing Spider-Man, where just everything glows. Amazing Spider-Man 2, they're just like neon everything. Like,
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, his suit,
visually. Oh, and the suit too.
I
just
loved
looked
the
so
suit.
good.
I thought it was great. So I heard a theory on the new Tom Holland suit
Mhm.
that he on this one he took inspiration from Toby and Andrew's suit. I don't know if it's
Oh,
true,
dude, I
but
didn't think about
this Peter Parker did, because if you look
Yeah.
the raised webbing, the spider looks
Mm-hmm.
very similar.
Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah, if
that they
if,
could have
if
just
that's
mashed
what
the three
happens,
together.
if that's what happens, then
Yeah.
it's really. But we're kind of in a classic superhero suits in movies.
They're coming back.
Right? Yeah,
That's
it's
perfect.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
All right, isn't Tobey Maguire gonna be in this one
I
again
don't think
too?
so.
he's gonna be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that'll be interesting.
He and Hugh Jackman are supposed to be in Secret Wars.
Oh
Which will be
man,
interesting.
I've wanted
That'd
that
be cool.
combo forever.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
That'll be
Yeah.
so cool. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love Spider-Man. He's my number one as well.
Nice.
He's just my number one hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love Spider-Man. Now I'm just curious. I know this is totally a DC video, but who are your 2 and your 3s?
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. Here's the thing. You're gonna see a trend here. I love the X-Men. So Wolverine and Nightcrawler are my 2 and 3.
Nice. Dude, Secret Wars is just gonna be great for you. or no, I'm
It's
Doomsday.
gonna be
It's
amazing.
gonna be Doomsday. Yeah.
They got the Nightcrawler guy coming back. I'm so excited.
That's great.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to go Captain America. Captain America: Winter Soldier is just one of my favorite superhero
It's so
movies
good.
of all time.
I think it's the
film.
best.
Yeah.
The best superhero
It's-
film ever made.
Well,
I'm not gonna say it's the best superhero film,
but it's really
but
good.
it's certainly the best Marvel
Well,
film.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's one of the it's if I'm trying to choose from the best, what the best ever, it's on that list. That
It
I'm
is.
choosing from.
It's up there.
That
Yeah.
maybe like Spider-Man 2, or I also really like Spider-Man 3.
That's an unpopular one.
That's unpopular, yeah. But and then probably people would say Dark Knight. I'm trying to think what would people in general
Yeah.
say? They would say Spider-Man 2. They would say Dark Knight. They'd say Winter Soldier. It's up there. It's really good.
It
Iron
is.
Man
Avengers.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man's probably my 3. by the way.
He's a third.
Yeah, I really actually recently I rewatched Iron Man 1 and I was like, man, this is just such a good character.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably my 2 and 3.
I'm that guy that likes Spider-Man 3 more than Spider-Man 2 and likes Iron Man
That's
2 more than
wild.
Iron Man 1.
That's both of those are crazy.
I liked Iron Man 2 more than Iron Man 3 because I think it had more Iron Man in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
I like seeing the pretty lasers and the Gatling guns and all of the things flying. And War Machine is just my favorite between Iron Man and War Machine. I love the silver and the black, or in the old ones it was like the dark blue and
Yeah.
like the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Iron Man 3
that's a
is
great
so good. I
trilogy,
mean,
though.
they're both better than Iron Man 1. in my opinion.
Better?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
I liked the story in the first one, but I think the other two are
See,
just
Iron
more
Man
entertaining
2
to
is
watch.
kind of widely regarded as one of the worst MCU movies.
Really?
Yeah, from people that I know, like, and things.
Yeah, it was a studio interference thing. The Iron Man 2
Yeah.
we were going to get would be much better than the one we got, but I really like the one we got because like for me it's with the observational look I try to approach it with. Um, I feel like I can still see the movie that wasn't in there,
Mm.
like the movie that wasn't, comma, in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, it's because you
What,
think of
without
it,
Hammer?
that movie starts and they literally go, let's roll back half the development from the first movie.
Yeah.
That's the arc. It's
Yeah.
like, what happens when the heroes regressed?
Yeah.
And then you have Hammer, who is the example of how he was, like fully before,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
but they start a lot closer than he would have been at the end of Iron Man 1, and they slowly come apart again, right? Um, and then also the problem is, I think the biggest problem with that movie is Whiplash.
Yeah.
Just
For
because
sure.
it's because they cut a lot of his stuff out, so he just
Mhm.
doesn't seem super compelling.
Yeah.
But I like what they were trying to do with. I like the story they were trying to tell.
It is
I
definitely
don't
an
think it's a
interesting
better
story.
film,
Yeah.
like as a piece of art, than Iron Man 1.
I
But
agree.
thematically, I feel the same way about Spider-Man 3. I don't think it's a better film, but I prefer what they were going for, what they're trying to say with the movie.
What's
And
interesting?
for me, that makes me like it more.
What's interesting that is Spider-Man 3 was a lot of studio overreach,
As well.
like crazy amounts.
Yeah.
Um,
And it
that's
still
interesting.
ended up, but the heart of the director's still in there,
Yeah.
and so you're able to walk away with this cool theme, even if the movie itself is worse.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because that's what I value most in stories is the lesson rather
Yeah.
than how we necessarily got there.
Yeah.
So
I just like good movies. It's
you know,
like
it's
I
I
like
I
a good,
totally
like a well-made
understand
movie.
that. Yeah.
That's cool too.
I like both, but
No, I know
what
you
I
do.
value. Yeah, so I really like Nightcrawler used to be one of my favorites as well, but I think nowadays I'd probably say my 2 and 3 would be Captain America and Wolverine.
Nice.
I don't know what order. Probably Captain America second.
Yeah.
Maybe I probably would have said Wolverine second a few years ago, but I think I'll put Wolverine third now. So,
Nice.
all right. Why did I ask this question? Because of the next question. Favorite DC hero?
Oh.
And I just
I
want to
went
hear the
first
top
last
3
time,
at this
so-
point.
So Wes can go first.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty stereotypical with this one. Batman. I just love Batman. There's a lot of really cool DC characters. I'm more versed in DC than I am Marvel because DC has dominated every other. And I guess we'll get into that maybe later, but I'm just gonna go Batman. I love Batman's story. I love the character. Yeah, I just think he's cool. I think he's pretty rad.
Dude, I just really want to see you in a Batman mask right now with the beard. I've never seen Batman with a beard, but I just want to get you one of those little Dark Knight
Yeah.
masks with like the strap and the.
That's funny.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
That's
my answer.
awesome.
I like Batman's my favorite too. Yeah.
I was
Scott.
thinking about this beforehand. I really like Superman. That's kind of a given though. So outside of Superman, I'm gonna say probably the Flash. Specifically Barry Allen though. I love Wally. I grew up with Wally West, but Barry Allen, Flash is my favorite.
Nice.
So, 2 and 3, because I just want to know now. What do you guys- This is really hard for me. This is a lot harder
2 and 3
than
is
with Marvel.
difficult.
Yeah.
Nate, didn't we do have a previous podcast episode where we talked about our top fives?
No, we did something like this with our dad. Is what you're thinking of.
Okay, gotcha.
We just
So
talked
I'm
with him.
excluding Superman because, at least from mine, just because he's awesome, and he's my favorite.
Okay.
And he's Superman. But if I'm gonna go 2s and 3s, it's probably gonna be Green Arrow and then Batman Beyond.
Terry McGinnis. Love that guy.
Are we doing DC characters or just superheroes?
Hero. DC hero.
Okay.
Well, you just got another DC character?
No, I'm just thinking through. I'm realizing now that
Jimmy
most
Olsen
of my...
is your favorite.
Jimmy Olsen, man.
Well, so I would say you could stretch someone like, well, like I wouldn't count Jimmy Olsen as a hero, but
No.
someone like Red Hood, would I count him as a hero? Well,
like
he's kind of an anti-hero,
Yeah.
or
He
even at
is
times
an
an
anti-hero.
anti-villain. But he is in some continuities gets to the point of being a hero. So like you could say you could stretch someone like him, but
Yeah. No, I'll say. I was gonna say Green Arrow was one of mine, but I really only watched
Sweet.
Arrow, and so that's basically
just
Batman.
a very different Green Arrow. Well, because they wanted to make a Batman show.
Oh, really? I
Did you
didn't
know
know
that?
that. I did not
And
know
they
that.
couldn't, and so they just said,
Yeah.
"Well, let's do,
Well,
let's do Green Arrow."
I'll say Flash for sure,
Mhm.
and then we'll just do Superman. I like Superman a lot. It's DC's hard. It's
Man,
hard.
we're pretty standard here, guys. Yeah, I'm Flash for sure is number 2, and the 3 for me is either Superman. I really like. I'm gonna have to say Superman, but it's really close with my number 4 and my number 5, honestly. So
Who's your number
Just
4?
hang in there.
Well, since we're here, who's your 4 and 5?
it'd probably be Nightwing and Supergirl.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
I love
I
myself.
did almost say
some
Nightwing.
Nightwing. So
I'm
Yeah.
so excited. So, I'll wait until we get to the movies.
okay,
Um,
all right.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know. This is a spoiler-free podcast, right? Or are we gonna get into it?
We can get into spoilers if you want to. We'll have
Okay,
to preface
I'll wait
it
till
with
we
that.
get to the movie
So,
then.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. Okay. Um. So favorite Marvel heroes, favorite DC heroes, Marvel or DC?
DC.
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 Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to ask the why. For me, I feel like Marvel content in terms of game, like besides the Batman Arkham games, Marvel games and Marvel films, have overall like been a lot better over the past long time.
Mm-hmm.
And DC shows, while I think of Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, I think of those as like being better than most of the Marvel shows I've seen. Those weren't coming out like those they were done making those by the time I was watching them. They'd been done for a long time. Batman Beyond, forgot to mention that one too. And so Marvel has constantly been making stuff and just making more games in general, making more movies, making more, like now they're making too many movies. A lot of games, a lot of movies, a lot of shows. And so I just felt like for a long time, man, Marvel's just making stuff of higher quality. But I prefer DC for a few reasons. For me, it's just the heroes.
Yeah.
And like I just like the kind of heroes they have, the kind of stories they tell more interesting. I also like that I would like pretty much genre-wise qualify DC as heroic fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that reflects the kind of stories they tell. Like they don't not get into the nitty-gritty, but it's much more good versus evil. Whereas with Marvel, it's a lot of it's a lot more moral quandary, and it's not. And I'm not saying I don't like that in my stories, but I just like. But that's just something Marvel does a lot. Like let's use Civil War as an example. Whether you're Team Iron Man or Team Cap, they're both wrong. to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
They're both wrong and they're both right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third option. That there should be a third option, which is somewhere in the middle.
Right.
But they never bring that up, which is actually really interesting as a storytelling device. And then you've got X-Men. You've got these mutants who don't want to be like, we're mutants. We want to have rights, but they're dangerous.
Yeah.
And they're both right. They're both wrong. But they never bring up the other thing, right? They don't meet in the middle necessarily. And I like that kind of stuff, but I much prefer DC, and again, for their heroes, for the kind of stories they tell, for the grander, larger scale themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I kind of agree. I mean, I think DC tells more compelling stories. I think.
Yeah.
I think the characters are just better. I think I like darker stuff. I have a tendency towards liking that kind of stuff in general, and so, like, I guess to an extent, not like. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
And so I've always liked that aspect of it. It's funny. Like Marvel had great movies. I guess they had good video games too. They've been making Spider-Man games for a while.
A lot of those have been good.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance was really those 2 or 3, I think. Were really
Alliance was
good. X-Men
awesome
Legends
back
games
in
were
the
really
day.
good.
Yeah. But see, I think those are just the loudest things. I think DC was dominating in everything else except for their movies. Really, it was just that's like the main. That's what everybody knows of is your movies. But like, I mean, not even just the cartoon series, but their cartoon movies are great.
Oh, those were really good.
All
totally
of them that
forgot
I've
about
seen
those.
are really
those
good.
Are really good. Yeah.
I mean, the series are all good. The CW, I mean, the Flash seasons 1 through 3 were good, and like Arrow seasons 1 through 5 were good, and then they fell off. But that's not DC's
That is the
fault.
correct thing to say about the Flash.
And Superman and Lois, the entirety of that I thought was good.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember what happened, but what I watched of it, it was very good.
And Smallville was 10 seasons.
Yeah, and that ran for a while, and then
10 seasons. That's 10 years. I haven't seen a single episode.
That's great. I haven't either, but I've heard great
But it was
things.
one of the most it was actually one of the most popular shows ever because it did so well overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. Everyone loves
so
Superman, man.
I don't know. I think DC has just been the underlying like dominant franchise for ever. I think it's just movies are what everybody knows. That's the big box office thing, and so.
I think what makes me, because I don't disagree with you, like that DC hasn't still had good shows. Like obviously Teen Titans did really well. Teen Titans Go was really popular. The Batman, that I really liked that cartoon. And
That
then those
was a
animated
good
movies
Batman
are
cartoon.
incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I've never seen like a Marvel animated movie like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I've
think
maybe seen like 2. I don't know if they were bad. I don't remember them, but I remember DC movies, so that says something.
Yeah.
And the Arkham games are great, and the Dark Knight trilogy is good.
Mm-hmm.
But what am I mentioning here? A lot of one guy, Batman.
That's a lot of Batman.
And I feel like with Marvel, it's less like obviously Spider-Man has just been a huge seller.
Yeah.
But they have a wider range of people they make games on, a wider range of characters that they make stuff about.
Yeah.
That has done well.
That's fair. I think that. I mean, I never played a whole lot of Marvel games up until actually I think Spider-Man for PS4 was. No, I played Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire movie on the PlayStation 2.
Which one?
The first one. But
Whoa.
yeah, I never.
Everybody usually talks about Spider-Man 2,
Yeah,
but the first one.
I played the first one.
Yeah, I haven't.
But I don't remember where I was going with that now. It is a lot of Batman. And DC, I guess they tried to do that when they tried to launch the DCU at first, and it just failed dramatically. And so Batman's just always been their best selling point. Only been one Flash movie.
Barely.
There's been Superman
Oof.
We
movies.
barely had that Flash movie.
Man, it was
There has been
not
Superman
good.
movies. Those have been good.
Most of them. I mean, Superman 1 and 2
One
and the
and
Superman
two,
Returns were good.
Man of Steel.
I liked Man of Steel
That's
a lot.
pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
2 movies 3 and 4 never.
Yeah.
But 1, 2 returns.
It never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Anyway.
Okay, Scott, why do you prefer DC?
I mean, along the same train that you guys were, the things that you guys were saying, I like their heroes. I feel like their hero, the idea of the guys in the tights and the spandex,
Oh, yeah.
and the bright colors. I think you see that in both DC and Marvel, but it feels like DC has more of the like the superheroes,
They didn't
barring
go through
Spider-Man.
the
Spider-Man,
leather jacket phase. DC never went through that. Like
yeah.
Marvel did.
Well, Batman did, but Batman
What?
had a phase where he had spiked shoulders, and that was interesting.
Oh, man. That's wild.
Oh yeah, no, it was the thing. Like they were hooked, kind of. And it was just like,
Wow.
why? What Robin did you lose that made you decide you need to get spiked shoulders today, and this be a thing for like 10, 15 issues or whatever? It was the 90s, I think. But like barring Spider-Man, because Spider-Man would be a great DC villain. I mean,
Hero.
Perfect.
It'd be a great DC.
you know what I mean? Hero.
I
Sorry,
agree.
I'm thinking about for some reason I'm thinking about Bizarro right now. Like that's just what's running in my head is
Alright.
Bizarro in what's it called? He has a comic run with Red Hood, and there's another there's a trio. It's Red Hood, this one chick, and Bizarro. I think they're called the Outlaws. Anyway, that's it. That's a whole comic issue that exists out there. Not issue, series. My head. But yeah, I think Spider-Man would be a great DC hero. Just because I just think he would fit in with the crew. But they feel more like superheroes to me, whereas a lot of Marvel heroes, especially in the MCU, what we see is everybody kind of like has like these government they work for the government. Like
Yeah.
Captain America he's a United States soldier, barring U.S. soldier, who is now a thing. What's his name? John Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that his name?
Yep.
I didn't watch Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in that.
And even in Thunderbolts, it's like they're working for someone clearly. Iron Man kind of he doesn't really have like a no killing rule. He kills a lot of people.
Yeah.
Captain America kills a lot of people. Spider-Man on occasion
with
has
Cap,
killed
it's a
people,
little different
but that's
because
always
it's
kind of been
more-
written back. Yeah. But you don't see a whole lot of that with DC's
that's an
heroes.
excuse, but-
They all have a very strict yes, we can go down this line, but we're not going to. Anyway, that's why I like DC heroes, or DC more than Marvel, is I just feel like, and on top of it, they have compelling stories. There's quite a few, I don't know if I'm going to call them arcs, like the World's Finest series, that's really cool. All-Star Superman is amazing. Crisis on Infinite Earths, that's cool. I mean, that's been a thing for a
That's
long
kinda
time.
their Civil
Just the whole
War.
Crisis thing that they continue to revisit. Yeah.
That they constantly go back to. Yeah.
Even this next Supergirl movie is going to be based off of Woman of Tomorrow, which was a very great comic series. I think that's the right term. A comic run. It was a good run.
Comic line. A comic that existed that had multiple issues.
Yeah. So I'm agreeing with Wes and you is that I really like the compelling stories, and I just like the heroes better. Not that I don't like Marvel, though. I mean, Marvel's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mic drop. That's it.
Drop.
Cut. Next question.
Drop the mic.
Kaboom.
Okay.
Cue explosion.
glad that wasn't a
Godzilla roar in the background. Move on.
It was a water bottle. It didn't spill.
No, I know. It just, it just could have been bad.
Oh, it was fine. It's okay. I made sure the cap was on.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Um, I don't know how deep into Superman spoilers we're about to get into. I don't know that
Be
I
warned.
necessarily plan on addressing them because I have a movie review that will come out
yeah.
eventually.
That's fair.
So this is your guys' soapbox.
Okay.
And
How deep are we
if
gonna go
there's
into this,
something
Wes?
I want, and
I'm
you've also
prepared to
seen it
go
more than I
all
have.
the way.
So if there's something that I
Alright,
want to
alright.
like mention, and you guys have already went there, then I'll go there. But this actually might be my only chance to do that because I write spoiler-free reviews anyway. But, here's just one thing I'm gonna mention before I let you guys do your thing, because it kind of just matches with what you, Scott, were just saying about like the morals of the DC heroes. Which, like, again, Spider-Man has, but Spider-Man is the outlier. I feel like a lot. But I loved in this movie how Superman was trying to save every single creature, every human, every person. He's trying to
Including the
minimize
squirrel.
Including the
destruction.
squirrel.
He's trying to save squirrels. He's trying
Yeah.
to save people. He's
Yeah.
like, I just love that. I just really, and that's the thing is, I've talked about this before, probably on here. There's like only 3 ways you challenge Superman: Kryptonite, someone that can hit him really hard like Doomsday, or
Yeah.
who they had in Superman, or you make it so he can't help everyone. You go after the people he loves, right? Which is everybody.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's like you kidnap Lois, you've just hurt Superman.
Right.
He's coming for you though, so get ready to get put in the hospital. But anyway, or jail, probably both. Depends on the person. But he hasn't, like, I think this is a Superman that understands that he can't save everyone, but I like that he's still trying.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's so extreme, but I love that.
I think that's the point he comes to. I think at the beginning he still thinks that he can save everyone, but it's a growth point for him to realize that he can't. Like I had a buddy, or I guess we have a buddy who compared this to the Batman, where it's kind of like like if we see the Batman, he's just the Batman. He doesn't really understand that he needs Bruce Wayne. He doesn't really understand that. I mean, he like the first time I watched the movie, I guess I didn't grasp that well, and I was like, I don't understand. There was no Bruce Wayne. He was literally just Batman the whole time. It doesn't make any sense. But then after like talking to people, then rewatching it, it was like, okay, that's the whole point. And I think that was at least a part of Superman is that he wants to save everybody, but he, on his own at least, I mean, there's no way that he can. It just, I don't know. At least that's how I kind of saw it.
Which was really cool at the end.
Yeah.
That scene with the flag.
Yeah.
And having the friends show up.
Yeah.
My dad and I totally
That was
thought
an emotional moment.
like
It was.
maybe the opposite was going to happen.
Yeah.
But the opposite did not happen. But it was still really cool. Right.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Just get into it.
I think there needs to be more Guy Gardner. We just need an entire Guy Gardner TV series. All Green Lantern, all Guy Gardner. Everybody has the same haircut.
Wow.
He's going to be in Lanterns.
He is going to be in Lanterns.
Good.
With Hal and
John Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. I personally think it's one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
I liked it a lot. I put it up there, like in that conversation we were having earlier. Like for me, that's up there in consideration now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's up there in. I don't know. It just felt like a superhero movie. It just felt good, and maybe that's because, and like I said, I liked Man of Steel. I liked a lot of things about it. A lot of people don't like it. I guess it's pretty torn down the middle. but I'm not one of those like liked it so much I hate the new one, because obviously I love the new one. I think Superman's great. Uh, I don't know. Maybe it's recency bias. Maybe it's just because it's refreshing, because it's something we
We've
haven't
also
had
seen
from
it twice,
DC.
though.
I have seen it twice,
And that, for
Um,
me, like,
and you know what? I liked it more the second time that I
totally
watched it.
shoves.
Yeah,
My second time
Yeah.
watching a movie is vastly different from the first time.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And I liked it even more the second time. It just felt good. It just felt like a superhero movie. It felt like something that we'd been wanting along. Like, even if you didn't know you'd been wanting it, and it's just so rewarding. I don't know. There's something about it.
Yeah. I was thinking about this on the way home the first time I watched it. How every time Superman was on screen, and there were a few moments that, this obviously wasn't true, because there were some parts that really upset me. Not like about the movie, but just like, man, that really stinks. How's he gonna get out of this kind of stuff?
oh yeah.
But every time Superman was on screen doing his thing, I was smiling.
Mm.
And I can't remember the last time I saw a superhero movie where I was just having fun
Yeah.
and being able to
Yeah.
smile through the whole thing and walk out. I feel like a lot of people are having the same. They're saying the same thing about this. Walking out and feeling hopeful and just
Yeah.
wanting to go like help people and
Yeah.
be kind. It's almost like that was the whole theme of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read that sentiment in other reviews, Scott. Like, where
Yeah.
other reviewers have said, I've seen this in multiple cases on Rotten Tomatoes. People saying, like, they made a hero I was rooting for. Like, I was rooting for Superman
Yeah.
in every scene
Yeah.
I saw him in.
Yeah. There's also just great casting.
Dude,
Everybody.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone perfect in
Yeah.
every role, every character. Yeah.
The Lex Luthor, there was a I read this somewhere, but it was talking about how Lex Luthor sees Superman is how artists see AI art.
Huh.
And as an artist who has
Oh,
a
man.
kind of a fear
That's
of that,
interesting.
like
Yeah.
taking over one day, I can sit there and go, I understand where he's coming from,
Yeah.
but he's going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that performance was killer,
It was
man.
amazing.
So good.
Lex Luthor was amazing.
So
I
good.
think that will go down as one of the greatest villain, like just performances in comic book movies ever.
Yeah.
Like, there was at one point, I guess it was towards the end and kind of like one of the big final battles, where he gives us that big monologue all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess not to get into too much spoilers, but anyway, he gives
Dude,
that.
you can go there.
Well, he gets into that big monologue, and then he starts calling out those numbers at the end. Like the moves, like 1A, 1A,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
and it was just like that was
It was so good.
well done. It was so perfect. I think I didn't know anything about David Cornsweet other than Twisters. I saw him in Twisters.
Was he in that?
He was, and he
He was
played
in Twisters?
Yeah, he played a real d-bag in Twisters, actually, like complete opposite
Oh,
character.
Superman?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And so that's all I'd seen him in, and then I didn't know much about Rachel. I don't remember her last name, but
There's an L,
Brosnan?
right?
yeah, something like
Rachel
that.
Brosnan?
Brosnan or something.
Brosnan?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't know much about her either. I knew Nicholas Holt, though. I've seen him in a lot of things, and
You have?
I have.
I don't think I've seen him in anything.
Really? Yeah, you have. X-Men First
He
Class.
was
I haven't seen that
in...
movie.
What?
Yeah, Scott has.
He was,
That's crazy.
he's Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
idea what.
So he's in that. He was in a movie called
looks like
Jack
that.
the Giant Slayer that I watched years and years ago.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, but
Forgot about that
the
movie.
things that I'd seen him in, it was like, okay, I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna do it. This character, like, he's okay. He's an okay actor, but he just
He kills it, man.
killed it.
And it's one of those stories again. I think of him. He like auditioned for Superman. I think
Yeah, he did.
it's like Cillian Murphy
Yeah.
auditioning for Batman, and they go, "Well, what if you be the villain?"
Yeah.
instead?"
yeah. No, it was really cool. There was lots of things I loved about it.
Going off of him screaming the numbers, 1A, is that the first move that he developed?
Yeah.
And it says so much about his character
Yeah.
that it's him over Superman punching down at him. Like that's
Yeah.
the first move he made.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that says a lot about where his
Yeah.
headspace is and how he just hates
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah. Well, because that's exactly what he wants to do with Superman. This is what made him so compelling is he's not necessarily relatable. I think he is in a sense. I think we can relate to him a little bit, but
Maybe.
I think it's one of those ways that we relate to him because it's something we feel but we acknowledge, but that's not the right way to go about this, right? But he is very
Yeah.
empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. Obviously, we don't know this version of Lex in the DCU. We don't know his backstory.
Right.
But what we do know from other Lexes, like other Lexes, is they've probably he was probably born into his wealth, that kind of thing. But that being said, you do not get as smart as he is without a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And so even if he was privileged growing up, he to get to where he is now has had to work really, really hard. And so he's kind of in the situation where he's like, if Superman did not exist, I would be the one getting all the media attention. People would be seeing everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so it's both like a cry for acknowledgement in terms of like if Superman wasn't in the picture, would Lex be a good guy? I think so, to some degree. Just based on other continuities where we've seen, like, the good Lex and the bad Superman. Like, we know he has it in him. But rather than that like relatable cry for acknowledgement, it's just his overwhelming ego. He just has this overwhelming ego that's he's like, I need attention. All right, and so you can empathize with him from the first perspective and maybe from the second perspective, but I think that's where we just look at him and go, man, you like you probably get plenty of attention anyway. Like you just so they wrote a really complicated villain.
Yeah.
And yet all of that's there. You don't have to reach far for it, but they didn't have to get into any of that.
No.
You just understood it.
Yeah. I loved that it wasn't an origin story for any of the characters. It was just they were just there. I thought that was really I liked it at least. I mean,
I like that. I liked that Superman had history with the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
I
they
like
show
that.
up, it's not like
They've done this
you know, it's
before.
not like there's tension or anything. It's Mr. Terrific flies down. He's like, all right, what's going on? And Superman's like, well, this is going on.
Yeah.
Like this is just a thing that they do
Yeah.
all the time.
I loved that for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was.
You know, and it makes me wonder what other connections Superman has with other heroes that will come in later.
He already knows Batman.
He does?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what my dad said. My dad read. I think my dad read something that from an interview James Gunn did or something. That he already knows. Either he already knows Batman. No, yeah, I think he already knows Batman. They've known each other for a few years, and they kind of have like a brotherly relationship. But it's the kind of relationship, as we'll see in future movies, and Scott and I have lived this. We don't live this anymore because we learned how to really, really get along. But when brothers really, really love each other, it's really, really easy for them to fight.
Okay.
And
That's
so it's that kind of thing. They see each other's disagreeing points of view, and they're like,
yeah,
it's that thing you want to help the other, but and so there's that friction, but they love each other. It's that kind of thing. That's the kind of relationship they're gonna have, which I'm excited for.
I am too, because I want to see that tension and that friction that we see in other things, but I don't want to see Batman versus Superman again.
Yeah, gosh, just.
Yeah.
I'm really interested.
Give us
to
world's
see
finest. Let's see them working together.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who they're gonna cast as Batman.
We'll get into that. Okay. I'm interested too.
Okay.
And other stuff on the movie. Would you? I really, really liked. To get into that origin story thing, so just to talk about the movie in general, I really liked it. I think it was really, really, really good. It's probably one of my favorites, but I don't think it would ever be my favorite. I don't think it ever could be, because stylistically there were some things I didn't like about it that I'm able to recognize. Like every time, and I love it when things do this. Gosh, I love it when every time I have a question where I'm like, why the heck did they do that? I love it when 5-10 minutes later, I'm able to the thing happens and I
There's a
go,
payoff.
oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they did that, because they're trying to set this up. They're trying to say that there's a reason, and once I understand the reason, I can go, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But there are just things stylistically that I don't prefer, that I'm able to recognize this is not bad.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. Um, I would have liked it to be 3.5 hours. I would have liked it to have an origin
Yeah.
story. I would have liked some more of that stuff. That wouldn't work with the Vision,
No, yeah.
but that's just like, I want more moments with him and his dad. I want those more. I want as much humanity in the film as possible. That, like, those kind of things I like. Not everyone. I mean, you can tell that I've been playing a lot of turn-based games, right? Where half the game, like 80% of the game, you're reading text, right? And most people, they go to see a movie and they want a lot of action, right? Like, you have to have that stuff in it nowadays. For me, it's all about the themes, the emotional payoff. It doesn't need to. I don't need to be doing stuff constantly.
Yeah.
We're seeing stuff constantly in this case. But it was a really good movie. Yeah, like, again, even though, like I said, there were some things that weren't totally to my taste, I was able to understand why they did it by the end, and it's made me so excited for, like, just the direction they're going. If this is a great example for that, which I'm sure it is, with the DCU, but I really liked, like, by the end of the movie, I did really like them having just jumped right into the action. Saved us a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
I liked it. I think, like, thinking about, for me at least, thinking about an origin story of a character I've seen an origin story to a lot is exhausting to me. And so I think that was one reason I kind of liked it. It was like, okay, I mean, obviously there's a generation who's not had a Superman movie yet. This is their Superman movie. But for me, I mean, I had Man of Steel. I've seen Christopher Reeve's Superman. Like, I know Superman's story. I just have heard it told tons of times. So I was just like, I didn't know that it wasn't going to be an origin story going in.
I didn't either.
I don't think anybody did. I think that was the point. I think they intended on that. Or I hope so, at least. Or I guess I don't hope. I don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And so for me, it was like, oh, this is okay. This is refreshing. This is nice. We're getting into this. There's art. We don't have to go through, because I do like those things too. I like a good story. I like a lot of action. I like a lot of stuff. But I really just love good movies and good stories. Oh, sorry. But
I think you did that last time too.
did I really? Probably
said the same thing.
I don't know. There was just
That's
something.
awesome.
There was something refreshing about the just jumping into it. You know the characters. I don't know. There was all these things were already established. We didn't have to go
like
through
they didn't
all
have
that.
to do the song and dance with him and Lois. They
Yeah.
were already together.
Everything,
like, that's just,
literally everything
Yeah.
that would come from an origin story is
Yeah.
already in
him
place.
and Jimmy are already tight.
Him and
right?
Jimmy are
Like,
tight. There's
Jimmy was so great.
He was great. Dude, there were so many good things about them. Like, anytime that either Lex Luthor or Mr. Terrific were on the screen, I was just having a great time. I loved
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific's character, and I just loved seeing, like, just a perfect villain. Like, the scene
Yeah.
walking into the Fortress of Solitude, and Lex Luthor's just stone cold the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
it was just, it felt nostalgic in a way. Like, they weren't trying to do something crazy new or anything. They were just like, we've got just a villain, and we've got a hero.
Yeah.
And it was just good.
Yeah, Lex may be complex, but you have no question that he's evil.
Yeah.
And I am okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The movie, like, as I've said, there were things I would change. Like, I would not things I would change. There were things I would want different. But I don't think you can add or subtract a single scene from the movie.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think it's literally, Like, I would have loved to see more Jimmy. I would have
Mm-hmm.
loved to see more Lois. But what we got, like, I think if you add any more time with them at this point, you're taking away. So I hope we get more Superman movies.
Yeah.
That
He's
so
already
we
writing
get
the
time
next
to
script.
really see those next characters.
Yeah.
But
Well, and that might
yeah.
be as like
It's interesting.
as like our friend said, this is for this is to Superman what the Batman was to Batman. Like, I think this is him acknowledging he's Clark Kent too,
Mm.
and so we might see more
might
of
see
Clark
some of
Kent
that,
in the
yeah.
future because I mean the whole big plot point of the movie, the whole big twist of the movie is kind of that him weighing between Superman and Clark Kent. Like, he thinks he's this, but he's not that. Without, like I said, without getting into too much spoiling stuff, but because that's like a
What
pretty
did
major spoiler, but
because I know we're kind of like hinting around that. What did you guys think of that?
it was interesting.
Who are we talking about? Ultraman?
Yeah.
No,
No. The message.
Like the message of the
from his parents,
oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
it was a different take for sure.
I've
Here we
seen
go.
that before.
Nate has opinions.
I've seen that before. I didn't like it. But I didn't like it. When I say I didn't like it, it's not as a story choice. It's just as like I felt bad for him. I'm like, no, I don't want
Oh,
you to have to
yeah.
go through
Yeah.
that. That sucks
Okay.
because you're a good guy.
Yeah,
And so, like, I don't know that I would have written that, but for the theme again of the film,
yeah,
it's so good. It's the it's and this is DC does this a lot because they've got so many heroes that come from like broken pasts.
yeah.
Batman's broken past.
Yeah.
You've got Flash's broken past. You've got the Superman in this, which I've seen this before. It's like something similar to this. Well, just the idea that the one thing I can get off the top of my head of something similar that I don't know when this is from, Scott, because I've only seen the first few episodes with you. But I saw a clip from My Adventures with Superman. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
From
Mhm.
like I saw it like a long time ago or something, but it was of uh Lois like seeing something about how in all these other worlds Superman is bad or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
That was
remember the exact
it was like
context.
episode 7 or something.
So we were probably just a few short of
So
that.
so
But
if you haven't seen My Adventures with Superman, just mute for like 1 minute. Context of that episode is Jimmy and Lois get pulled into like a weird alternate universe thing,
Okay.
or like a time ship, and so there's like 7 different Loises that have had bad Supermans, and they're trying to kill Superman, and Lois is like, "Nah, fam, he's a good guy," and that's where you see that clip.
okay.
So
Interesting.
Wow. Now we gotta wait a few more seconds because you said to mute for a minute. So no. All right.
I was like, is it a minute yet? Am I talking too long?
No.
Anyway,
Um,
that's a good show. That's a good show though.
but
And they
yeah.
also kind of changed the message of the Superman story from his parents there. But it's not
Yeah.
like how this movie was. It's more magical girl, more Sailor Moon.
But yeah, I think it was fine because again the theme they went for is it's rising above, it's breaking the mold.
Yeah.
It's you are not
Yeah.
you don't have to be a product of your circumstances. You can still get above the tragedy. You can be more than who they
Yeah.
say they want you to be, right? And I love that the theme of a movie is, well, his parent like that brings like just to as raw as you could make it. I think is Superman's a good guy because he wants to be. Like that's literally
Yeah.
the core of the movie. Is Superman's a good guy? How do you know that? Well, he wants to be. He wants to
saves
be a
squirrels.
good guy. He's disappointed with that message
Yeah.
because he wanted to be a good guy.
Yeah.
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 What'd you think, Scott?
I was fine with it. I think. Oh boy. Okay. I think it's the most realistic version of that message. Looking at the point of view from where his parents are at, it makes sense that they would be like, go make sure that, our legacy, the legacy of Krypton continues. I think that the way that they said it was, or, how it was translated, because all that, I think it was not how I would have worded it, but I guess to a point it makes sense. Still, though, I mean, I like that by the end of the movie, he accepts, like, he sees his human parents as his parents.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that, this is my family, this is who I grew up around. It's kind of like casting off the like you were saying, he's getting away from the stuff that he thought defined him, and he looks at the things that really defined him, and that was his experiences. Wow, hey, this really came full circle.
Which is kind of like
His experiences
similar
defined him.
deconstruction. And
His parents, his human parents, are what made him, the kind of person he is, not his Kryptonian parents, who also wanted a good life for him, but also, other things. So I like it. I don't think it changes anything as far as Superman goes. I think it's going to make Supergirl an interesting movie because
I never even thought of that.
you guys know, like, the whole, like, Supergirl is older than Superman.
Yeah.
And
But
so
older,
that's the
but
whole,
not.
that whole
Older,
thing
but
is
not.
that.
Depends
So
on
yeah,
the
but
woman.
she was a teenager when she was sent with Clark, but she got stuck in, like, a wormhole
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. So I wonder how much of that message does she actually know? Like, what is her version of the
How are
events
her
of
morals?
Krypton blowing up?
Well, I mean, I think we
Yeah.
kind of.
And
I mean, she's running off
we
to
kind of know.
other, planets with
Yeah.
red suns just so she can party, and so.
Which I didn't love that. Why did they do that?
It's
Why was she not there? Because if she was there, it would she had to have been in the movie.
Yeah.
If she was on the planet.
yeah.
Yeah.
But why did they do that? I'm just saying they did get human with Superman. They did deconstruct. They did tell all this stuff. But it wasn't necessarily, not that it didn't feel this way, but it wasn't necessarily a super grounded story.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would tell a grounded story with Lobo, because Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, is going to be Supergirl's villain. I'm so excited
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
to watch Lobo and Supergirl, like, again, great hero. But what I really like about Supergirl in other continuities, I don't know if this is in every continuity or even if it's just one, but it's she comes to Earth as a teen and was sent with Clark but got stuck in space and gets sent to Earth as a teen, and he's Superman now, and he's like, well, I'll take you to live with my parents.
Yeah.
And that clearly isn't happening here.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you can still ground the character and get that good influence in her life and let us, because I just want to see more of Ma and Pa Kent at this point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do, because crazy, like, party girl with a silly dog is that fights
I
Lobo.
think-
I mean, I get that. Lobo fits well with crazy party girl with a silly dog.
Yeah.
I don't know how he fits with
Yeah.
with teenager, like, out of time on this planet with her younger but older cousins family, like, learning how to be a person.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm sure it'll be good.
So just putting this little seed in your mind, I think it's incredibly human of her in the way that she's lashing out. I think if you
Probably,
go
yeah.
by the comics that I know that they're adapting, which is very accurate. This representation of her is very accurate to that comic line. That's the word, line, not run. She's depressed
She's coping.
and she's
Slash
angry.
partying.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see how that goes, but anger and depression and anxiety, that's part of being human. But I think we're going to see her handle it in a way that we certainly haven't seen any of these superpowered heroes handle in a movie before. Certainly not the old Supergirl movie from like the 90s or the 80s, whenever that came out.
The only other thing I know of Supergirl is the show. I watched like the first season of it.
As far as I understand, that was the best.
That's what I.
That's all
think.
I've seen too.
Yeah.
For the most
It's
part,
the
I've
best
seen other
interpretation of
episodes
her
But
in live
the first
stuff
season
so
was
far.
the best.
Yeah.
The rest of the
No,
show.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I've seen a few, but I don't remember. Though the musical episode in Flash was cool though.
That was something, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy Jordan, if you're a
Oh man,
musical
he
nerd.
killed it.
Yeah, did great.
My wife and her friends are obsessed with him.
He's
he
great.
was in the Great Gatsby musical on Broadway as Gatsby. And so when she sends me like a picture, like an Instagram picture of her getting her playbill signed by him, I'm sitting there and I'm like, is that the Supergirl guy? Why is he there? Wait, is he famous?
That's great.
He's not just some like dork in Supergirl?
Yeah, he is, dude.
And he's like, no, he's got this very like nice, like deep voice, and he's this big, broad-chested man. I was like, wow, he is beautiful when he's not a nerd.
That's funny.
Yeah. I totally get why what they've already set up, having portrayed Supergirl the way she is. Like, even with, you think of her shirking her responsibilities onto Superman.
Yeah.
Like, Crypto is Superman's dog at this point.
Yeah.
I love that was the end credit. I can relate to that, actually.
You can relate to that, Nate.
But that's my dog now. I don't care what you say. I've been watching them for years. But
I had some flashbacks.
but yeah, like that premise you kind of just mentioned, it does make me really excited because you can totally include Mon Pa Ken in there because she's got to integrate into society too at some point, and I would think you bring them into the picture for that. So, dude, it's gonna be cool. We've only got to wait a year too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Any other stuff you guys want to get into before we jump to the next topic? Any other things you want to bring up about Superman?
It was great.
Superman, West.
I like the Justice Gang.
I think Justice Gang is cool.
Yeah.
Good
I think Hawk Girl screamed more than she needed to. It was a very Black Canary situation, but I liked her character. I liked Green Lantern. I'm glad that we got a decent Green Lantern.
He wasn't annoying,
including
either.
Guy Gardner. No, he wasn't like Guy Gardner from Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh yeah.
He was just he was like. He was a jerk, but he was also like.
He's still charming.
I don't know. He was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Dude, Mr. Terrific's still the show,
and
too.
I loved Mr. Terrific, man.
Yeah, and I liked the inclusion of I think his name is Metamorpho. Pretty sure that's his like hero name. Him being included was it was a surprise for me. I was like, wow, I haven't seen this guy in anything in a very long time. I think Justice League Unlimited. I think I saw him in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing him again after so long, I was like, wow, they're really using all of these old heroes. And in the Hall of Justice, which is so cool that we got that, there's this mural that James Gunn has put online, so you can see the whole thing now. But it's all the metahumans from left to right.
But I haven't seen it.
All the metahumans from the last 300 years in order. And there's a couple in there that are from the old Justice Society.
Really?
Yeah, like I think his name is Wildcat. I thought Jay Garrick was in there, but
really
it's
cool.
not Jay Garrick. It's a different hero. But yeah, from left to right. I think it's left to right. It's all heroes in order from time of appearance in universe.
Well, Jay Garrick might be in there.
It's not Jay
Oh,
Garrick.
that's not Jay
It
Garrick.
was confirmed to be someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish it was Jay Garrick, but because I just want more
That would've been
Flash,
too
but
late
good
in history
Flash.
to
Oh,
get
was that
Jay
Satana's dad?
Garrick.
Zatara?
What? Is that her name? Zatanna?
Zatara? Zatanna's dad, his name is
Okay,
Zatara.
he might be in here.
Yeah.
That's cool. Dude, she'd be cool to have in the...
Yeah.
Who the heck is this
Yeah,
guy?
that would probably be. I don't know if they're gonna go with the like the Birds of Prey style for her. If they're gonna go with the if they include her, or if they're gonna go more like the Justice League Dark, like with John Constantine and the more supernatural stuff, which they would probably do considering she's a magic-y hero.
Magician.
Doctor Fate, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Oh, they're probably gonna wait a while before they put Doctor Fate back into anything, unfortunately. Yeah, it was cool.
Did I
I
miss
liked it.
something? Why is that?
Good movie. He was in Black Adam.
Yeah. Pierce
Oh.
Brosnan.
The Justice Hawkman, Doctor Fate, some of the other Justice Society members were in Black Adam.
Okay, I had no idea. No idea.
Yeah.
All right, so you good?
Yeah, I'm set.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah,
So is
cool.
Superman your favorite DC movie?
Mm,
Are we counting live? Is it just live action movies?
No,
Or are we
just
counting
DC
the animated
movie.
ones too?
Just DC movie.
oh well, that opens a whole nother can
Okay.
of worms.
Should we just stick to live action?
Yeah,
I
we were
think
talking
so.
about it
Let's stick
earlier,
live
and I
action.
had
Let's do
I
that.
was wondering.
Because then I gotta start bringing
Yes.
up like Flashpoint and other stuff that are really good.
That movie was fine. It wasn't the greatest movie in the world. But it was fine.
Yeah,
it was better than the live action Flash movie. But Flashpoint was okay. It told a story.
I've only seen it once. I just
Everybody
remember
looked
liking
like
it.
they were eating more protein than they should have. But
Yeah, I didn't really like the animation style of it either.
I was just trying to mention
It was-
something besides
Yeah.
Under the Red Hood.
Oh.
Superman's neck
'Cause
muscles
I love
were
that
like-
movie.
he was just a giant upside down triangle.
Okay, the thing about Under the Red Hood, I watched it after I watched some other Batman like
Mhm.
cartoons, and it's basically just like a clip episode of a show. It's like a ton of
Yeah.
clips put together of other animated Batman movies.
That's not Under the Red Hood. But there's
Which one is that?
there's something like that that's like an addition to Under the Red Hood. But
Oh,
that's not
That's
Under the Red
Death in the
Hood.
Family.
That's what you're
dang!
thinking of.
I watched the
Under the
wrong
Red
one.
Hood, I have
Yeah.
it. It's an hour. It's an actual movie.
I must
The
have.
problem with Under
Yeah.
the Red Hood,
So,
I think some of this is budget and time. Like the story is good, the core of the story, but like the action sequences, Red Hood just he basically has full auto pistols and never
Yeah.
reloads. Like he just doesn't reload. Just
Yeah.
and
it's the John Wick
and
thing.
some of the action stuff is kind of it's just they didn't have a huge budget clearly, but the story's good. I mean, there's things you start talking about Son of Batman. Actually, probably the best animated DC movie I've seen is Justice League War.
The first one.
Mm-hmm. That's
Well,
really good.
After
I don't think I've
Flashpoint.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Where with Green Lantern, it's got everyone in it. That's a good movie. They fight dogs.
Yeah, so it's got
Maybe I have seen that one.
who plays him? Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he does
in-
that a
in
lot.
the Superman movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he plays Hal Jordan in the animated
Yeah.
movie universe.
Oh, dude, I
He
didn't know that.
And so
plays
he
Hal Jordan
plays-
a ton.
Yeah,
I just
Um,
watched Justice League Doom the other day, and he was Hal Jordan in that one.
Okay,
And
it's
that
same
was-
continuity.
is
Yeah.
that the one where everybody dies?
It's the one where, it's the. Oh, what's like the antithesis of the Justice League? What's the League of Doom?
Oh, that is a good movie.
Yeah,
that is a
and,
very
uh,
good movie.
They're trying to. I don't remember the main guy who's heading it up. I don't remember his name right now. Either way, he's like trying to take down the Justice League, and it's using Batman's, because he's got a safe net for if any of the Justice League members go
Okay,
bad. So it's
he's
using
got
all
that
his way.
thing.
Anyway,
Oh,
it's
wow.
really good. It's really cool.
Have you guys seen Return of the Joker?
Yes.
That movie's
I watched
really
it
good.
Possibly. There was a time where I just watched a ton of them. Like there was a year where I just watched them, and I don't even remember what the names are. So I don't know if I've seen that one though.
It's a Batman Beyond movie.
Return of the Joker was
I don't think I
Batman
have.
Beyond.
Then I don't think I have.
It's crazy. Basically, so it shows It's like, so sometime after Batman the Animated Series, Tim Drake got kidnapped by the Joker for like a few months.
Whoa.
And by the time Batman finds him with Mom and Dad, Joker, and Harley Quinn, he's been turned into like a little Joker and is completely jacked up.
Oh, I think I've
And
seen clips of
he
that.
like
before.
gets the chance or something and straight up like shoots the Joker or something as this poor tortured kid.
I have seen that actually.
Yeah. But what's happened is the Joker I don't remember, he might have put like a chip in his brain or something, so when he gets older in the Batman Beyond time where there hasn't been Joker for years, it literally turns him into the Joker.
Dang.
And Terry McGinnis has to face this guy, and it's got Barbara in it, and it's got Tim in it, and the Joker gang, and it's like it just got dark.
Yeah.
It just got real dark, and I wasn't expecting that at all.
What I loved about that movie, near the end, the whole final fight with the Joker, is the Joker hates Terry because Terry laughs at his jokes. And he's like, wait, you're not supposed to do that? Batman doesn't do this. He's like, that was the old guy. I'm the new guy. And it makes me realize, wow, Terry is just a better Batman at this point in time.
Dude, for real.
Like, he handles the Joker like a wet T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, Terry McGinnis is awesome, dude. All right.
I don't guess I ever answered the question.
Let's get back on topic. So let's stick with live action. Is Superman your favorite DC movie? Let's just yes or no that real fast.
Yes.
Maybe's okay.
It's maybe. It's really close.
For me, I'm gonna say no. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it's a maybe. I'll say maybe as well. Scott, for you, it's yes. So besides Superman, what's your favorite DC movie?
I mean, it's basically just all Batman movies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said maybe we get into the animated stuff.
I mean, Dark Knight's cool. I've only seen it a handful of times. I thought Batman Begins was fine.
To Dark Knight.
I've only seen it like
You're just full of hot
twice,
takes.
maybe.
I love The Dark Knight, but I'm
It's a good
also
movie.
a huge Christopher Nolan fan. He's my favorite writer and director.
The things people like about Christopher Nolan, some of the things people like about Christopher Nolan, I actually don't like.
Really?
The Prestige, that's a masterpiece.
Prestige is
I don't
great.
think I had any complaints with that movie.
Good.
But with all the other movies from him I've seen, I've had a little bit of things I don't like. Again, it's just what I want out of a movie.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not bad. It's just,
director error.
Yeah.
It's just personal preference.
That makes sense. I love Batman, the 1980 was it 89? I love that movie. I think it's
The Michael Keaton one.
yeah. I love Gotham in that movie.
It's super
Particularly.
stylized.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I think it's
Classic.
really neat. Batman Batman Returns, I'm sorry, is also, which is still Michael Keaton and Tim Burton. Those are really good. I don't know, Superman might be
For
my
the
favorite.
longest time, I convinced myself that I loved the Joe Schumacher movie.
Oh no.
Which one? There's two.
Why?
Forever or Batman and Robin?
I was like, that's the best Batman movie because it's got Robin and Batgirl.
Is that Batman and Robin?
I was 7.
It's the I can't remember which one comes first.
Forever's
Bat
first.
nipples.
Forever's rid.
Oh no,
They
no,
both have
Batman
nipples.
and Robin is
Batman and Robin.
it's that one, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know Batgirl was in that. I don't remember. I haven't seen that since I was like 4,
Don't waste your time.
3. I'm not gonna
Don't
watch
waste
it.
your
No,
time.
I'm not. With what's didn't it wasn't Val. It was someone else who
It was
played
George
Batman. It was
Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah. Which Val Kilmer is actually
Yeah.
not a bad Batman or Bruce Wayne. Like he did fine. He did pretty good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to tangent on that movie in a minute, but I think my favorite besides Superman is probably The Batman.
That's pretty good.
It was edgy enough for me.
I had
you know.
qualms with it. Like, I had some things about it I didn't like.
I haven't seen it yet.
We gotta watch it. In November,
It is good.
so-
I like Robert Pattinson. I think he did great. It just was long. It was too long.
I could have taken a little more time actually.
I think that it just
It was a 4-act movie.
it was.
Yeah.
That was the thing, and I wasn't expecting the fourth act.
I wasn't either.
And so it was like, oh,
I thought it was.
I thought
done.
it was over. And so
Yeah.
it was like, here's more of this. I've only seen it once in theaters the first time I saw it, and then I tried to rewatch it the other day, but I think I was smoking meat on my smoker, and so I was preoccupied, and so I need to watch it again, so I can get. But I do remember enjoying it more this go around because it's darker, it's edgier, and I
It's
like
got
that.
Nirvana, man.
It does, and that's cool. That's good. And
Oh my
Colin
gosh.
Farrell does amazing as a penguin, and
Oh, dude. What's his name? Was a great Alfred. Andy
here's my thing.
Serkis.
I don't think we've ever had a
Andy
bad Alfred.
Serkis.
I don't think so.
I've never seen an
It's
Alfred
true.
that I was like, this is a bad. Even
the one from the '60s.
the 60s,
He
he
was
was
fine.
great. The one
Yeah.
in the Gotham series, he was great. Um, yeah, I don't think there's ever been a bad Alfred. Even the one in the Zack Snyder ones was good. I mean, I guess he was
Mhm.
just in. I don't know if he was in Justice League or not, but he was in Batman vs Superman for sure. Anyway,
All right. Um,
I don't know if I ever gave a final answer on that. It's really up in the air for me.
I think
I
the
didn't give an
problem
answer.
is that we all really liked Superman.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just real side tangent. Something Akiva Goldsman, known for Star Trek, has been trying to get DC to do for a long time. As far as I understand, they were making some progress, but then like the merger of I think WB and Discovery kind of slowed it down, and now they're unmerging. So it might be getting slowed down again. I don't know when or if this will actually ever happen, but something that does exist is this thing that's called the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. Why do I bring this up?
My gosh.
I think Batman Forever would be the best Batman movie and my favorite DC movie if this thing that's getting talked about that people have seen in an updated version of, where it's just like the hard cut scenes added in, and there's not the extra effects and all that extra stuff, that he would be, that Akiva Goldsman and other people are wanting to have be released and but actually have been restored, have had the money put in to update it and have this director's cut of the film actually released.
Mm-hmm.
But the Batman Forever we got, it's another studio interference situation.
Okay.
And that, but
Yeah.
the core movie, I've seen some of the deleted scenes. It's super interesting because what I don't like about 89 and Returns is that Batman kills. And Forever, in Batman Forever, like, I don't know if this is in the original cut, the theatrical cut, but I know there's something like this in the director's cut. He's literally like, I don't kill. He's changed the rule, and people are calling him on it. Like, you've done that before. You've killed before. And so it's this guy who's like fed up with being Batman. It's this guy dealing with the trauma of his parents. And he comes super full circle. It's a really and I think I really like the take Val Kilmer had on the character. But once that gets released, I think people will really, really, really love it. Like, it's just really interesting. What it does with Robin and Batman and Two-Face and all that kind of stuff. But just putting that out there. That does exist.
I will say Jim Carrey's Riddler
when we see it,
was very good.
He was kooky, man.
Yeah. I really liked that. I mean, I guess it was almost Joker-esque, but I really liked that take on Riddler.
Yeah.
Which was an issue I had with
Mm-hmm.
the Batman. I didn't like that take on the Riddler. But
It's a lot different.
yeah, it was very different. But it matched the tone of the movie a lot more so. Ow.
Yeah.
Just stabbed myself.
Anyway, Batman Forever. If that director's cut finally sees the light of day in like a remastered, restored version, so excited to see that.
Yeah.
All right. We kind of can like jump through these last three topics super duper quick. My first thing that I want to bring up is: are you hopeful for any legacy actors? And I don't mean legacy DC actors. I just mean legacy like superhero actors in general. People that have, or just actors in general that are known, that have showed interest in the DCU, or people that are trying, or people that the internet's trying to like cast into the role. So I have three things I want to bring up. One of them, so like I'm just gonna start kind of going through these. If you guys can stop me and jump in or add whenever you feel like it, okay? Uh, and if you have other things you want to bring up, we can get to that. And I might ask some things, but Grant Gustin, as far as I know, has said that he wants to return as Flash.
Yeah.
And I read something a few days ago. I don't know if I don't know when this was said or if he actually said it, or because I read someone mentioning that he had said this. What's his name? Stephen Amell? Is that how you say it?
Stephen
The guy who
Amell.
played
Yeah.
Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Arrow.
it's Stephen Amell.
As far as from what I read, had said at some point that he wishes he and all the other people in that their little CW showverse they had gotten the Superman and Lois treatment.
Oh,
We have
Yeah.
this like pretty, it's pretty focused. It's gonna end when it's ready to end.
Mm-hmm.
It's got better writers. It's actually got more budget as well.
Yeah.
And like, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Budget, better writers, more focused, ends when it needs to end. Um, which obviously you don't get Superman and Lois without all the stuff that came before.
Right.
And building the universe, and now they have the budget to make more stuff. But I think it would be interesting if Grant Gustin actually got to return as Flash. It'd be an older Flash, obviously, which I'm okay with that. I think but like it's not like he can't play the role. He's like doesn't look very old, so
No, he doesn't. But we're also several years out from a Flash movie. I just heard James Gunn talk about that. He was like some of those characters, like Flash, Aquaman. They're
because they were so recent, they're gonna wait.
I
to
think
bring
so,
them back.
like when he went into this agreement with Warner Brothers, they said you have to focus on the big three,
Okay.
and then do whatever you want after.
Okay.
But you said you have to do a Superman, Batman, and a Wonder Woman, and so that's why those three are coming out. Like we have Superman, Batman's in a couple years, and they're working on Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But he said other than that, it'll be a few years before we get a Flash and or an Aquaman or something.
Yeah. My reason for bringing up that quote though is because I think from season 1 and season 2 and I think Grant Gustin from the stuff of the Flash I've seen, I think he rose above the writing. And I think with really good writing, if he had, like with the James Gunn writing his script, I think he could do a really good job. I don't doubt his acting ability. I don't doubt his knowledge of the character. That's something I would be up to see. Now, if they're gonna wait a few years, maybe they do a different kind of thing where they bring him in. Maybe he does play Barry Allen, but they do kind of what they're doing with the Absolute Comics right now, and Wally gets Wally's Flash,
I would like
and they
to
have
see...
Barry play the mentor. Like, I would just want him to be involved.
Yeah, I'd agree.
At least that could be cool.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about that? Would you want to see him as Flash, or what do you think about? What did you think of him as Flash? That kind of stuff.
I loved it. I mean, I loved like I said earlier, the first 3 seasons of the Flash were, I think, great. Given that it'll be several years before we get a Flash movie, I think that he would just be slightly too old, and so a mentor thing could be cool.
Unless he comes in as Jay Garrick.
That
might be too young, but
well, I don't know.
Cool
that
too.
would be cool.
I'd put him in either of those roles. I'd either make him Barry mentoring Barry, who's not Flash, unless they do that. Unless they bring him in as an older Flash, and make it about Wally or something.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
They could do that, or they could do Barry, who doesn't have powers and is just the guy who works with the police, who is a mentor to Wally, who does get and he's just in the movie. Like if he's his Alfred, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that could be interesting. Or they could do Jay Garrick, but I would just want to see him involved. I think he.
I would. I think
it'd be cool.
I think it'd be neat.
Bring him back. Yeah. All right.
It's one of those things where I don't doubt that he's going to come back in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it'll be the Flash, but I'd like to see him. I think he'll come back as in some way, shape, or form.
Some person. Yeah, James Gunn has said if anyone like from before wants to come back, that he wants to give them the opportunity to do so. That's why he
Mhm.
got Jason Momoa and said, "Dude, you're gonna be Lobo," right? Like, which apparently is one of Jason Momoa's favorite characters. I think he might have even asked for it.
Probably
But
he's
Yeah.
dreamed of it for a while.
and
from what
I just
understand.
imagining Ronan from Stargate Atlantis. I'm like, it's perfect. It's a 1-to-1 match. But
Yeah, man.
but
Let's go.
James Gunn has said that about Grant Gustin before he came out and said, "I want to play the Flash," uh, as like James Gunn did say, if he wants to come back, like we'll certainly have the discussion. I'm
Yeah.
totally open to it, as just anyone, not specifically as Flash. So
Yeah.
that, and he said a similar thing about Chris Pratt. If Chris Pratt wants to be involved, I'll make him involved. So here's a question: who would you? I'd want him to be Booster Gold. That's kind of what the internet has said. They'd want Chris Pratt to be Booster
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, I could see that.
Who would? Is that the only people we can the only person we could imagine him ever playing?
So, like I said earlier, I haven't read a ton of comics, but when I read a Green Arrow comic, it was a lot more lighthearted than what I knew from the CW show.
Mhm.
I think I could see
Yeah.
him being Green Arrow. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about the character.
Green
from the
Arrow is
comic
usually
books.
very quippy, and that is not.
Yeah.
You have failed the city at all.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I got from the bit of the comic that I did read. So I think that I think he could do that fine. I mean, I guess he's pretty goofy though. I mean, he's a pretty just goofy
Yeah.
guy, and that's the kind of characters he tends to play.
I don't know how much range he has.
So I watched him play a villain in a movie called The Kid, about Billy the Kid. And that was okay, but he's in a show called The Terminal List on Amazon Prime, where he plays a Marine who it's based off a book by I can't remember the author's name. And I guess I won't give away a ton of spoilers about the show because it's a very good show. Season 1's great, but he's very serious. He's a Marine. He's going to get revenge for some things that had happened, and he does really well.
Owen Grady was pretty serious too.
Yeah. Jurassic Park.
World.
Oh yes, yeah.
He was really good in those. I really
He
liked
was
him
good.
in those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of got this like stereotype of like the Andy from The Office, not The Office, Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
or
Parks and Rec.
Star Lord.
Yeah.
But he's got some range.
Yeah.
And so
the
I
one
don't
thing I'd be
I
the
mean,
most
I
curious
have a
about
couple-
is vocal range. Like,
Well,
could
he
he
did play
play?
Garfield
Let's
in
say
that
if
movie.
someone wanted him to play
and Mario.
Aquaman, and it was going to be the classic. He was going to throw on that classic accent. Could he
Whoa.
do that? Could he do the accent? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
just. I'm just throwing someone out. I don't even know
I
how
d-
he do his
I-
Aquaman. I'm just.
I
Saying,
don't know
like,
that he could. I mean,
Mario
Yeah.
was Chris Pratt's voice. So,
he was.
but so was everyone in that movie. It was just their voices.
I don't know if with Chris Pratt. Yeah, I can see him as Booster Gold, but I could also see him as Ted Kord, Blue Beetle. Or like weirdly enough, even Plastic Man. I could see
He
him
would
as
do
You know what?
Plastic
I
Man
think
really
he would be a
good.
great Plastic Man.
He'd do really good Plastic Man.
As far as Green Arrow goes, I think somebody. It would I would prefer a funnier Green Arrow,
Yeah.
like you were saying, like Green Arrow back in Justice League Unlimited. That whole Emerald Archer Robin Hood aesthetic. He's
Yeah.
got the little pointed
Hat.
cap
Yeah.
and everything. The Van Dyke mustache and like goatee thing going on. But I think I don't know, like I think Chris Pine would be a good
Oh,
if he
do
came
it!
back to
Yeah.
Chris
Do
Pine would
it!
be a great
That would be
Arrow.
he'd
great.
be so good.
That would be
He'd be
really
perfect
good.
for that. He'd be everything I'd want from Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I don't know. I like Chris Pine. I mean, just looking at how he was. If I don't know, Wes, if you saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was really good.
He was really good.
Yeah,
That's one of my
he
favorite
played it.
movies
That's
ever.
perfect. Do
Yeah.
that. Be
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
character. You could do Green Arrow that
Yeah.
way.
And Kirk got plenty funny, you know?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
Star Trek, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's got.
would- he would be
If we're
really
looking
good
at
at
like
We know he
all
does
the
the hair,
original
too.
Guardian, like James Gunn said, he wants all the Guardian actors
Oh, gosh.
in there
He's
in
already
some
had
way,
2
shape,
of
or
them.
form.
Has he?
And Superman. Yeah. The guy who played Yondu and Mantis were 2 of the voices for 2 of the robots, Superman robots.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, who would we get for
Uh,
everyone else?
I don't know. Is it gonna be
well,
kind
we already
of?
we saw Bradley Cooper,
We did see Bradley
Rocket
Cooper. That's
Raccoon.
right, in Superman.
He was Jor-El.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
are they gonna be just
So
little small
that's
cameos
3.
like that?
Okay, because I could totally see you doing Chris Pratt and I don't know Gamora's actor's name and
Zoe
doing
Saldana.
Green Arrow and Black Canary. I could totally see
Yeah.
that.
I
with
wonder
those
if
two.
he's gonna do it like.
Interesting.
Did you ever watch the show Community?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay,
No.
so it was a TV show on NBC. It was directed and written, or it was maybe just written. It was the Russo brothers.
Okay.
They did the series, and
like
so
They did Age of Ultron.
they did all the Avengers movies.
Did they?
Mhm.
Oh man.
So
Mhm.
what they did was they got characters or actors from Community, and they have small scenes in each of the Avengers movies. So
Okay.
in Avengers, let's just take Endgame. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Scott comes out of the thing, out of the van,
The van.
and Kim Jong, the actor, is the guard at the front of the
Okay.
little
Yeah.
storage
And
place.
he's someone
Kim
from that
Jong
show.
was one of the main
Okay.
characters in Community. Danny Pudi was in, I think he was in Winter Soldier, and I think the Russo brothers did Winter
They
Soldier.
did. Yeah. That's,
And he was
That's why it was so good.
he literally just had one scene where he was a shield agent, and he had like one line. And there's other ones.
Yeah.
So I wonder if James Gunn will do something like that with the Guardians actors, where it's just like we saw in Superman. Maybe they won't have these big roles; they'll just be little small roles here and there.
It sounds like with Chris Pratt though, at least, because I know they're really good friends.
Yeah.
That he's like he would totally bring him in for a whole character.
Yeah, and I could see that. I mean, out of
Returning character.
well, I guess Bradley Cooper
Well-
could have done it too, but
Even if they are just cameos, I'm totally okay with them pulling a Superman and using a bunch of actors that aren't totally known. You know, bring in a bunch of new people. Let's see
Yeah.
what else is out
Oh, yeah.
there.
For sure.
I like that a lot.
I'm okay with that.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't need to be.
Well, and like
like something we brought up last podcast is the internet was when they announced a Legend of Zelda movie. The internet said, "Oh, make
Yeah.
Tom Holland Link." I'm
Yeah.
glad Tom Holland is not Link.
yeah, I heard y'all talk about that.
But if Tom Holland was like a guard in the movie, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland's not Link.
Well, and here's the other thing. Like a lot of these actors, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, they're getting older. I mean, they're in their 40s.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're in like their
Bring
mid
in the
40s.
new blood.
Yeah, if we're gonna have, I mean, David Cornsweet is, I mean, older than me. He's in his 30s, I think. So it's, I don't know. That was always even an issue I had with like Iron Man and like Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is in his 50s now, and I mean, he looks fine. He did the part fine, but
Yeah.
at a certain point, he would have had to have stopped because he was just getting too old
Yeah.
to play the character.
No,
Yeah,
not
that is
everyone's Tom
Dr. Doom.
Cruise. Not everyone's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know how I feel.
You know,
about
it's
it.
the Russo brothers.
I know.
So maybe it'll be really good.
I know.
But I know like yeah, there's certain characters you could certain people you could get away with the age with. Like how long has David Cornsweet or how long has Superman been Superman? Was it 3 years?
3 years.
So he's
3
probably
years.
like 27 because I think Superman usually starts at like 24. So I don't know how old David Cornsweet is, but I could see him like, yeah, that guy could be 27.
He's 30.
Okay, yeah, he
Okay,
can
yeah.
play. He's playing 3 years down really well.
Yeah.
But how young do you want some of these characters is the question.
How old is Batman?
He's supposed to be older if he's on because it's going to be him and Damian Wayne. He's on his last
Oh,
Robin.
that's true. Okay.
So he's on his
he's
5th
like
Robin.
50 something maybe. I don't or in his late 40s, mid
Whoa.
40s at least.
Well, no. All right. So he doesn't have to be like. He can be about the same age as Clark
think
and
he's
still have Damian.
gone that
I mean, if
quick.
he,
How old is
How
Damian?
old's Nightwing?
when did Talia Al Ghul, and Batman do the thing or not do the thing? That whole thing that resulted in Damian, that could have happened at any time in the Batman career.
But if we're talking
Damian
about
in comics was like 8 when he became Robin.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't think he's
I
gonna be
would
that young,
prefer
but
they'd
like,
make him
I don't think
like
he has to be so old either.
okay,
Like
but I
35.
don't think Batman. I was
Cool.
gonna just say I don't think I would not make Batman younger than 35.
No, I wouldn't either. If he's gonna
No.
have Damian, I mean, someone
But he doesn't have to be 50.
he doesn't have to be 50. No.
I think that's
I
the
wouldn't make him
range.
50.
35 to 50 is the
Yeah.
acceptable range for me.
Listen, on this kind of topic, people are like, I've seen online a lot lately. People are wanting Henry Cavill to come back and do.
That was right. What
Be
I was
Batman.
about to bring up.
I think,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be okay
He's
with
got
it.
that
I think he could
jawline.
do it.
yeah, I think he could do it. I think he needs some redemption, especially after what happened with Black Adam specifically. Do you know like kind of how all that went down?
No.
So
I just know that Zack Snyder was trying to make Man of Steel 2, and DC said no, make Batman vs Superman, and then after that you're gonna make our version
Yeah.
of Avengers.
So
Like I just know that
here's
Henry
what
Cavill
happened.
should have had more time as the guy.
yeah, did you watch Black Adam?
No.
Okay, so there's a post-credit scene with Henry Cavill as
Okay.
Superman and Black Adam,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. And so then it was announced, boom, Henry Cavill's coming back as Superman. But James Gunn and Warner Brothers had already reached their agreement
Okay.
at that point.
Yeah.
And so James Gunn and Peter Safran had to go and sit down with Henry Cavill and be like, listen, man, this was not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
There's conspiracy because I think Henry Cavill's manager is The Rock's wife or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
there
know.
was something.
Wow.
There's something
And so
about
it's
that.
like, man, there was a huge payout or whatever.
That's
Sorry.
interesting.
Um,
Well, I haven't heard of any of that.
And so
Um,
he had come back. It was announced that he was coming back as Superman. And then James Gunn had to step in, and Peter Safran, they had to come in and be like, no, we've reached this agreement.
Mm.
We're starting over.
Wow.
Or whatever. And so I think he at least should come back in DC at some point and he's just a great actor.
yeah.
I have 3 guys I'd want him to be, but and so I'll get to that. But first, like yeah, Batman being one of them. How like I think he could do it. I could see. I think he's probably got a lot of range, and I
Yeah.
think he could do Batman really well.
There was a recently there was some rumor online about an actor for Batman who was like leaked. Like there's an actor who's been bulking up, and his trainer was reacting to people commenting on whether or not he's going to be Batman. And it was kind of like, oh, is this the new guy? I can't remember him. I have to look him up, but he looks okay.
You don't have
he looks,
anyone official.
I mean,
I'm curious to see.
he's
who
got
that.
that very large Batman build. But according if Henry Cavill was Batman, I think you would just have to look at his role
The
as
Witcher.
Geralt in The Witcher.
Yeah.
Because that's right there. I mean, the
He can
whole
do it.
the whole second season of The Witcher is just trying to get along with this kid who he has to raise now. You just look at that and it's like, okay, I can see where they would try to go with the Batman movie if they're doing Damian Wayne. It's right there,
Damian
and
and the
you
Court
can
of Owls.
you can see he can
Yeah.
do. He has like he can do that kind of darker, more serious, that one line, eyebrow, just like always frowning kind of thing. He can do that, but he could also be other people.
Probably has the charm.
He was
as
a
well
great
to
villain
Bruce
in
Wayne
Mission
and
Impossible.
stuff. Yeah.
That's what I
So-
heard, yeah.
So
My favorite role of his was probably from Mission Impossible.
Wow.
was that Mission Impossible 6?
No.
It was the one called Fallout.
Is that 7?
So I think it was
I don't know.
Because they
7.
just made 9. 8 part 2 was 9.
6.
Yeah, I have no idea.
They're crazy that all those movies are
Nope.
pretty good.
Mission Impossible. That would have been 6. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he was good. So Dad has said, we were talking about this. He wants the one. If he could choose who Henry Cavill would be, he would choose. He would pick him to be Green Arrow.
Oh, interesting.
Be who?
Green Arrow.
Sorry, you cut out there.
That's who Dad would choose Henry Cavill to be. Yeah,
Interesting.
and have him be blonde, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I can't see it.
I don't think I can either.
I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
sure
that
he
I
could
would
do
make
it,
him as
but
funny, but I wouldn't make him
Yeah.
dark either. But I think he could do it
I
fine.
think
Because here's the deal: he cares about the source material,
yeah, he does.
and I think he's
Yeah.
the kind of guy with you could give him most any character, and he would find a way to put that on.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean,
Yeah.
I get that. I still don't think I could see him as Green Arrow, but I do agree that he is. I mean, he's just a nerd. He.
The one guy I would choose for him, besides those two, or even maybe he could even do like a Jay Garrick. Um, but the one guy I would choose for him besides those two, which he's too young for this, would be Doctor Fate.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I think
I'd want
he
him
would.
to be
Really?
Dr.
I think he
Fate.
could do Doctor
Yeah.
Fate.
wow,
I think he could.
interesting. We wouldn't see his face, just the bucket helm.
Oh, don't take it off. Be like Master Chief in the Halo TV show. Take it off way too much. I want to see his face.
That's
how
what they.
Dr.
That's what
Fate-
they did in
Dr.
Black
Fate
Adam.
is the helmet.
Yeah, he is, man. So
I don't know,
anyone
man.
else
I
you'd
don't
want
know.
to see?
Ooh.
You'd want to see get a role in the DCU, legacy superhero
Uh,
actors or stuff like that.
I think I'm just at let's see what the new people are.
Yeah, that's kinda
Let's
where
bring
I'm
some
at.
new faces in there.
Yeah.
Because it was great. All these actors, sure. I mean, Lex Luthor was, I've seen plenty of movies with him in it, but
That's why he
what's
was
his name?
paid the most too. It's because he was the one guy who'd been in
Yeah.
blockbusters.
Yeah.
But
Which
I'd
makes
like to
sense.
see some new blood.
Yeah.
Let's get some new stuff in there.
Totally.
Although I would still like to have a cameo at the very least from Brandon Routh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it'd be
Superman
cool.
Returns. I would love to see him as anything.
Yeah.
A
Well, he's
better
already come back as someone else. before,
Adam.
Yeah,
too,
and
so-
Legends of Tomorrow.
let's do a comic accurate Adam, where he's got like the blue and red
Yeah.
spandex looking suit, the full
That
the
shit
full
was
body
terrible.
thing, none of that
That'd be
armor,
hilarious.
the full on like spandex, the tight suit. I would love to see that.
Besides Batman and Supergirl, which we've already talked about, what else in the DCU do you want to see? Like, what kind of movies are you hyped for? What that we know are coming out, but also like, what would you want to see from them?
I would say Green Lantern, but we're
Teen
getting the show
Titans.
Lanterns. Oh, Teen
Excited
Titans would
about
be
that,
good.
Yeah, I want Teen
Um,
Titans,
Nightwing led, preferably.
Nightwing, or I would even go with I guess it would have to be Nightwing if Damian is Robin. right now.
I want them to leave Damian with Batman, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna,
Well,
but I love Nightwing.
I would settle with if they were gonna handle it like Young Justice. I would be totally happy with that. But I would also be okay with Tim Drake.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
Red Robin.
Yeah,
So here's my
I
thing.
think he's just Robin now.
But-
I think he just went back to being Robin.
But if what's his name is Robin, then he's gotta be Red Robin.
They just have two Robins
Batman's Robin and
and the
Teen
other
Titans
one,
Robin. Yeah.
the better detective.
There was a point in the comics. So for the longest time in like the main Batman run, Tim Drake was the world's second greatest detective because Batman is the
Oh,
world's
yeah,
greatest
yeah.
detective, right? And then Batman dies.
I think
and they changed Tim
Yeah.
to the world's greatest detective. And as far as I understand, I could get this wrong. I might be totally wrong, but I thought when Batman came back, they kept Tim as the world's greatest detective.
Wow.
I think the name stuck. I think
Yeah.
he's just the greatest detective.
So he's the smartest guy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because of
They
course,
have
it's
a,
comics. Nobody can stay dead.
Yeah.
So let's just keep bringing Batman
I
back.
think they're trying to do a comic thing right now. I only read a blurb on it, so I didn't go into it. But it's I think it's like Batman versus the different versions of the Robins who ascend to the Batman cowl. It's like a weird multiverse thing or whatever, where he has to face off with Tim, Dick, or Damian, or Jason, who turn into Batman in like their different
Oh,
versions
wow.
of them.
Dude,
And I
Jason
think out of
Batman.
all four of them, I think Tim would be a pretty outstanding Batman.
I would choose Nightwing
Yeah.
because of the heart.
Yeah, but Nightwing doesn't want to be Batman.
I know, but
he
that's
wants to get
why.
as far away from the cowl
That's
as
why
possible.
he needs to be Batman. Is because of that. Like That's the idea,
Yeah,
right?
I
Is Bruce
guess.
has made him everything he couldn't be.
Just as long as it's not Jason.
Jason would hit. He would like be even more brutal, dude. Gosh.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I would love to see some Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what to expect from this DCU.
I don't either.
Because James Gunn just said in an interview, he was like, everything's going to be unique. Like every movie, they're going to be their own unique thing. They're making Clayface movie, and it's going to be a full-on horror movie.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
It's gonna be body horror based.
Yeah, and which Peter Safran, the other guy who kind of took over with James Gunn, that's his thing. That's what he does is horror movies. And James Gunn did Brightburn, which was if Superman went evil as a little kid.
Oh, is that the one with the kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that was
Yeah.
James Gunn. So I don't know what to expect. Like I could say I want to see these certain characters in these certain movies, but even Superman I wasn't sure what to expect, and it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know. I honestly,
Yeah.
I'm okay if we go a while without seeing a Justice League movie.
I am too.
I think that's okay.
Especially if they kind of like, I'd want them to go a while without a Justice League movie, but to keep doing what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Where like have some of these guys in here. So like, what if in the Batman movie, even if it's just for a little bit, just like they had Guy Gardner and a little bit of Superman,
Yeah.
what if Nightwing's in that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm
And
cool
then
with that.
Later, they make a Teen Titans movie.
Yeah, and it all depends on who's writing the movies too, right? So it worked with Batman or with Superman well, but James Gunn also has experience working with multiple characters in one movie.
Yeah, he had to deal with
Guardians
with
of the
that,
Galaxy,
yeah.
and then whatever involvement he had with
With
the Avengers
Avengers.
and stuff. He's got experience in that, and the Suicide Squad. But he's not writing all the movies. I think is he writing the Batman Brave and the Bold movie?
I don't know, but the thing is, he's going to be heavily involved.
He will be heavily involved.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's going to
be...
make sure it's good. Like, he
Yeah.
wrote Superman.
Yeah, he did.
And I don't know if he's writing Supergirl, but
I think that he
I know he's obviously gonna have. He's the guy.
He is.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're gonna do because I don't.
And I don't know
How long are they gonna wait till Justice League? Are they gonna give us a Superman trilogy or a duology? Are they gonna give us more movies with these characters?
He
like
is
we had
already
Iron Man
writing
movies
Superman 2
Okay.
script.
Okay.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I really would have been okay if we went a while before we got another Superman movie. Like we've gone so long with sequels and like remakes and stuff. Like I like that we had the Superman remake. Obviously, it was great, and DC needed remade. Like that was of all the things being remade right now, DC's the one thing that needs it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I think it would be cool though to we did Superman. Let's let it sit for 5-6 years before we get Superman 2. Honestly, I think I'd be okay with it. I'd like to see, because we know we're getting Batman, we know we're getting Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some of these other characters come into the picture, because he's. I mean, James Gunn is good with the lesser known. Guardians of the Galaxy was not a household name, and now they are.
Yeah.
And so
that's true.
I'd like to. I don't know. I'm interested to see what he does to the point where I can't really say I want to see him do something specific. Like I want to see one specific.
Besides,
movie.
I really like this hero. Like I really like Flash.
Yeah, I would like.
Yeah.
Personally, I would love to see a good Flash movie. I would love to see a Green Arrow movie.
Yeah.
I just don't know
those
what
aren't guys
what James Gunn's gonna
that
do.
I feel like you need to make multiple movies for.
Not necessarily.
As much as I would, I think you could do a Flash duology, but I don't know that I would make more than one Green Arrow movie.
Yeah.
But still having it could be cool. But James Gunn is the one guy. I'm gonna say this before I forget it. He's the one guy that can make me believe a Titans movie could work. Because here's my issue with that. I like Nightwing. I like Cyborg. But then you've got Beast Boy and you've got Raven and you've got all these other characters. That's too many. That's too many characters. Like you need it to be, like who's the main character? You have to either make someone the main character or you have to manage all these arcs, all these personalities in one movie.
Mm-hmm.
He did that with Guardians.
Yep.
He's the one person I could think make a Titans movie work.
Yeah, I mean, or the Russo brothers, but they're not quirky enough. Like honestly, I think to do a DC movie, you got to have a little bit of quirkiness to you in general, and James Gunn he's got that.
He's punk rock, man.
Jeez. You know what? I will say, I think that line of the movie was probably my least favorite thing
No,
about the
I
movie.
loved that.
I thought that was like, all right, this is
I
this is
actually loved that.
cheesy. But the background, like the fighting that
I'm
interdimensional
punk
thing,
rock.
that was great.
And he had the poster on his wall. Oh man, that was great.
Oh gosh.
All right. Last thing. Just how hopeful has this made you for the future of the DCU?
Very.
So hopeful.
Yeah.
It almost renewed my faith in humanity.
Honestly, like I already was a little bit. Um, when I saw James Gunn was taking over, and Peter Safran. I mean, James Gunn's been the face of it all. Peter Safran just kind of behind the scenes doing stuff. I had hope. I had a friend who was very skeptical of James Gunn, but I had some hope. But now I'm like, I'm all in. Like I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm super hopeful. I already was because I think the three Guardians movies are. I think it's the best trilogy of the. Well, that's kind of hard to say because they're all really good. But it was a really good trilogy for the MCU. Like
I think it's the strongest.
It's probably I think it's the best rated
Yeah.
too. Um, but it was really really good. And man, even how he had to roll with what they did with Gamora because he didn't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, you just did this to my character, like.
Yeah.
But he made some good movies, so I thought, like when I heard the mission statements behind this is the Batman movie. It's gonna be Batman and Damien in the Court of Owls. This is Superman. It's gonna be him standing for truth, justice, and the American way in a world that doesn't value those anymore. And then here's Lanterns. It's gonna be like a buddy cop show with Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Like
Yeah.
when I heard that kind of stuff, I was going, he's gonna do a great job.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that wants creative freedom. He doesn't like director interference. And DC is desperate enough to give him the reins.
Yeah.
Like I don't. That's not a spite. That's not saying, oh, James Gunn's the last resort. No, I'm saying they've realized studio interference is not going to help us anymore. We need a visionary.
Yeah.
And they're giving it to a visionary. And so I had a lot of hope, but this just made my hope not be unfounded because it
Yeah.
was completely. It was like pretty unfounded.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, it's really good. So I'm super duper excited, and I think it's good that like what they're doing with the villain movies too, Swamp Thing and Clayface and that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna watch those. I literally don't, especially like if they're rated R, right? But I seriously just don't care to go see them. Um, but the fact that they're willing to do that and are being allowed to make that
Mm-hmm.
shows that, yeah, they're just gonna do their own thing. And at the end of the day, when the DCU is over, when James Gunn is like, I'm good, we've finished our thing, and it's time to reboot the heroes again, we're going to have this really coherent movie universe made by this visionary.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's exciting.
What do you think, Scott? You excited?
I am. Let's bring on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Ready
is the
for it.
next one?
Superman 2
You
comes out
you
tomorrow.
guys have pretty much been saying the same thing that I've been thinking, so I don't have a whole lot to add. I'm excited. Let's just get to the next one already.
Perfect timing. Yeah. Super excited. Supergirl will be cool.
Oh man.
That's the next one, isn't it? Supergirl.
I think so.
I think you're
I
right.
think Lanterns might come out before, or
Maybe.
that's a TV show though.
It is.
I don't
It's-
watch TV.
Yeah.
But Green Lanterns are cool. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Batman too as well. Which
Script
I
got
think that
approved.
would be. I think he would be a really cool Batman to this Superman, but obviously that's not gonna happen.
It's constantly talked about. Like, I think James Gunn's even talked about it to Robert Pattinson.
He
but
said that he would want it to happen, but at least like if Robert Pattinson reprised the role, it would still be a different Batman because Matt Reeves is not about it.
yeah,
And they've had that conversation, and James Gunn has said, yeah, it's just not.
yeah.
It's not happening. So, yeah. Well, final thoughts, guys. Any other stuff? Superman, DC, superheroes. You want to touch on or?
Oh, I think I've said all I have to say.
If you haven't read it already, go read All Star Superman.
Is that the newest
It's a
run
good time.
that they made alongside
No,
Absolute?
no,
All-Star
All
was
Star
like the
Superman is
continuation from
it's
D2 or
it's
whatever?
they made a movie of it. It's like Superman has a year left to live, and so
Oh man.
he's kind of going through his last year before he dies, and it's cool. It's a good run, but they took a lot of you can see where they got inspiration from in this movie from that run.
Okay. And you said they're doing that with Supergirl too?
That's Woman of
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. I
which
can't
is
remember names.
that's a different comic
Okay.
run. She's got a sword. Crypto is there,
Dude,
so
a
Wow.
sword? Everyone loves
yeah.
swords.
It's just like a little like it's like a sword you'd find in like Final Fantasy or something. It's just like, oh, it's this little dainty little silver thing.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
but I think go read that too. That's all. Those are my final thoughts.
I saw a thing. Apparently, David Cornsweet's favorite Superman so far has been the guy from Smallville.
Hmm.
And apparently, a lot of people were saying, like, I saw someone talking about that, and they said, like, they can see a lot of that Superman in this Superman as well.
Interesting. Maybe I
So-
need to go watch Smallville.
10 seasons. Got a lot there.
That's a
So-
commitment.
And I don't
Watch all
think he
of it.
becomes Superman until the last season, so,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Wow. Maybe I won't.
All right. Yeah, I know. I've gone. Hey, people have talked about the show, but also it's 10 seasons, and if the CW has taught me anything, it's like, oh, the first 3 are going to be real good.
Yeah.
And then, do I want to watch 7 more seasons of this thing?
Yikes.
Anyway, those are my final thoughts. Hey, Wes, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks
Anytime, man.
for
I love
coming
it.
back. Yeah.
It's always lovely having you here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Now we need to get you here for Lord of the Rings episode. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
that's.
Next time we have you
Oh,
on.
I know a lot less
Let's
about.
make that
I
the
love
topic.
Lord of the Rings, but I know a lot less about it than I do everything else.
Well, I think Brandon
Well-
knows more about it than Scott and I
Based
do.
off
so.
of him talking about the Silmarillion in the last
Yeah.
episode, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. So, but we can talk about the movies.
Yeah.
I just love those. So, all right. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So, cool.
Nice.
That's it. God bless. Bye.
Bye.